Welcome. I'm Jasmine Iru with another episode of Scope. In 1995, the Melanesian Arts and Cultural Festival was conceived by the Melanesian Spearhead Group as a platform to promote and celebrate traditional and contemporary art from across the region. Held every 4 years, this grand event brings together around 2,000 artists and performers from Papua New Guinea, Fiji, Vanuatu, New Caledonia, and Solomon Islands. In 2023, the festival made its way to the picturesque island nation of Vanuatu, where it opened its doors to an array of cultural delegations, eager to showcase the richness of their heritage. This is the story of the 7th Melanesian Arts and Cultural Festival.
The excitement in Port Vila, Vanuatu was palpable as the cultural contingents from Fiji, New Caledonia and Solomon Islands arrived to a rousing welcome by the local community starting on the 19th of July, the festival's opening. However, the Papua New Guinea delegation were yet to arrive and the anticipation grew stronger each passing day. Finally, on Saturday, 23rd July, the PNG contingent arrived in Port Vila and their welcome was nothing short of spectacular. On Wednesday, the 2023 Melanesian Arts and Cultural Festival officially kicked off in Port Vila with the theme of rebuilding our Melanesia for our future. The event was hosted by the Melanesian Spearhead Group, a union of Fiji, New Caledonia's FLNKS, Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands and Vanuatu. The festival's organizing committee chairman Richard called upon the local residents to extend Vanuatu's trademark hospitality to visiting delegations.
It is as host of the 7th Art Fest. We would like the people of Vanuatu to show Vanuatu's hospitality. My message is that people respect our incoming visitors, help them and make sure that whenever they leave, the stay over here is very memorable and will be a good event, good and successful event.
We are pleased to join our Melanesian brothers and sisters here in Port Vila. We are here to reinforce our shared belief and commitment to Melanesian solidarity through this festival of art. To this end, we're looking forward to actively engaging with all the delegations. We are proud of our Melanesian heritage, and we anticipate a grand display of our culture, art, and language over the next 2 weeks.
Papua New Guinea's cultural delegation, led by the Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Isi Henry Leonard, arrived in Vanuatu to showcase the country's diverse cultural heritage. Minister Leonard expressed his gratitude to the national government for recognizing the significance of the arts and culture sector and providing the necessary funds to support the participation of traditional dancers, artists, musicians, and creative performers from Papua New Guinea. Minister Leonard stated that such events demand all Melanesians to come together to showcase their identity. We must stand out and speak up. The cultural ambassadors from various Melanesian island states left no stone unturned in presenting their unique heritage. The Papua New Guinean cultural contingent wowed the audience at the Saralana Festival ground with a mesmerizing preview of what was to come in the following days. The spirit of unity and friendship was evident in the traditional goodwill ceremony, where the PNG delegation presented 3 pigs to the Council of Chiefs of Vanuatu as a token of appreciation. The exchange of gifts symbolized the deep-rooted goodwill and camaraderie among the Melanesian cultures.
Honorable Minister from PNG, let me know late when you arrive. You part of this festival. Melanesian Festival, we all part of it. We tell them thank you through. When you find them time, you make sure you got some pleasure. Fasten blong custom yumi. You profit long one Sarah. You some sympathy blong you say you got one chief where you talk about with him. Chief and me accept them. Chief where you give him the level block custom. Say Bambai me will take them pass them block at the authorities where you mention them on block at that. And behalf of the people of Vanuatu, thank you true. Lord, you will give him small chief here long afternoon.
The festival was a true celebration of diversity as performers from different provinces and regions within Papua New Guinea showed their individuality and talent. The Bougainvilleans, Hela and West New Britain provinces presented their traditional dances, while creative arts students from the University of Papua New Guinea performed a contemporary medley, captivating the crowd at the Saralana showground. The head of the Papua New Guinean cultural contingent in Vanuatu, Stephen Kilanda, expressed his satisfaction with the performances and emphasized the importance of protecting and promoting the rich cultural heritage of Melanesia. Stephen Kilanda said, "Our individual artists are doing live paintings, power bands are performing, traditional dancers from West New Britain, Hela and the autonomous region of Bougainville are giving their best, showcasing the cultural heritage of an amazing, unique nation of Papua New Guinea." Traditional dancers from Hela and West New Britain graced the festival stages, while skilled individual artists and carvers showcased their talents at the main festival ground. Cultural ambassadors from West New Britain observed the protocols of the spirits of their ancestors or TVWANs onto Saralana Festival area as early as 5 a.m. in Port Vila, and they later took the main stage in a procession to allow the TVWANs to purify the arena before showcasing their cultural heritage through their song and dance. Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Isi Henry Leonard, who led these performers out onto the arena, said in his remarks that the cultural heritage of the Melanesian people is unique and important. It must always be protected and promoted. The 7th Melanesian Arts and Cultural Festival in Port Vila, Vanuatu was a resounding success, reflecting the beauty and diversity of the Melanesian identity. As the event drew to a close, the message of unity, friendship and respect among the Melanesian nations echoed through the hearts of all participants. The festival provided a glimpse into the cultural tapestry of the Pacific, leaving an indelible mark on the world stage and reinforcing the unique and vibrant spirit of Melanesia.
Online recruitment program WAN PNG soon to be launched for job seekers. That's next. WAN PNG Project, a first-of-its-kind online national recruitment platform, is in its preparation stage, making awareness to the people of Papua New Guinea that it will be launched soon. The online platform is born out of the corporate social responsibility of Kumul Petroleum Holdings Limited, created and designed by the web developer Unbidi.
Web developer Ubidi is the first global recruitment marketplace to effectively connect the world's largest employees with the world's leading recruitment agencies to source the world's finest talent. Ubidi Managing Director Dr. Heaven Shia says the platform is an open online portal for Papua New Guinea job seekers whom are employed, unemployed or a student to access.
So this platform's open to everyone who is looking for a job, whether you're a student, whether you're at university, whether you're unemployed, employed, whatever you're doing in your life phase. Even if you're not looking for a job, we have the ability for you to create a profile and not be found.
Dr. Shia said the platform is for Papua New Guineans to see the opportunity and find valuable employment and to upskill the required skills that people in PNG need to do a certain job. He said UBD has brought the global expertise to this project as an open tool to be able to reach Papua New Guineans.
So the role we play in this project is a critically important one, in that to be able to create a nationwide product that reaches every person in the country of Papua New Guinea, you need to make sure you develop it in a way that it is it can support, it's stable, and it can scale up efficiently without costing too much and being able to be online all the time while people are trying to use it. And so the role we play is bringing in that expertise. UBD as a company is one that's built global HR and talent acquisition tools. And so we brought that global expertise to this project to be able to build a tool that would be able to reach everyone in the country.
Dr. Shal Shia clarifies that Kumul Petroleum Academy provides training, while this platform connects people to those training opportunities if it relates to the job that they want.
So imagine the situation. You want to become a petroleum engineer. You've done certain study or you've learnt a few things and you've looked at a job as a petroleum engineer and it tells you the skills it requires. You notice that you're missing one or two of those skills and you wonder, how can I get those skills to get that job? We then provide the ability to connect you with Kumul Petroleum Academy to then be able to learn that skill and get that job.
He said this is the first of its kind innovated platform that is invaded with the partnership of Kumul Petroleum Holdings Limited. Dr. Shal Shia added that the future plans of this platform are to integrate with the four critical parts of PNG's economy, its government, and its job seekers and employees.
Yeah, good question. So the future plans in this portal is really to integrate deeply with the four critical parts of the Papua New Guinean economy. It's the government, its job seekers, its employers, and training institutions. And so what we want to see going forward is to take the data from the platform and provide it to the government and training institutions to better develop the courses that Papua New Guinea needs today.
He said since the soft launch of this project, more than 1,000 people registered, with dozens of employees gathered on board to test the project. He said not only is the platform created to upskilling Papua New Guineans, but a lot of information about career advice and how to write a CV is provided and freely accessible.
So given this is a digital platform, what we provide online is really critical information around how to use the platform. So we've got information anyone can access for free. It's important to notice that this platform is free. It's free for job seekers, it's free for employers, it's free for everyone to get on there and start using it and posting jobs and showing your skills and finding opportunities for the future of this country. And what we have there is a lot of information with career advice, how to write a CV, how to do a job interview, how to find the right job, how to figure out what is your dream career. We've got all this information there, and we've got institutions showing you how do we go to the next level of skill. And so we've got this wealth of information there that's all free and accessible.
The project was supported by Total Energies, and Papua New Guineans are encouraged to register and be part of this historical initiative before the official launching of the project, which commences in the next few months.
When we come back, government declares emergency on fuel and foreign exchange supply to investigate and address ongoing issues between Puma Energy and Bank of PNG. A declaration of emergency is in place as a direct result of several disruptions in the supply and distribution of fuel and petroleum products and foreign exchange. The declaration of emergency intends to achieve two objectives. The first being an interim measure to maintain fuel and petroleum product supply in PNG, and the second being the long-term objective to ensure that the country's energy demand, including fuel and petroleum product, is permanently stabilized.
The ongoing fuel saga faced in Papua New Guinea has ended with a further decision by the government for a 30-day declaration of emergency. Minister for Petroleum and Energy Karen Akua was directed by the National Executive Council to take action. On Monday, July 31, 2023, the minister declared a one-month emergency exercise to be conducted by relevant parties to address the matter. The declaration of emergency has been made as per the National Executive Council Decision Number 215/2023.
We've never done it before. We've never declared a state of emergency under the National Energy Authority Act and Combination WAN PNG Essential Services Act. This will be the first time.
The declaration of emergency sets out a plan of action to investigate, amongst other issues, the Bank of PNG's 13 allegations against Puma companies.
In this declaration, we'll focus on those 13 allegations because that's where everything else came out of.
The declaration of emergency exists within the meaning of Section 136(1) of the National Energy Authority Act 2021 and Section 4 of the Essential Services Act 2002. It will be in full force, affecting all parties involved for a period of 1 month. It is in effect from July 31st up to and including August 31st, 2023.
That as an interim measure, last Friday, Miet na Treasurer Blayumi, Honorable Ian Ling Staki, na Acting Governor blo Bank of Papua New Guinea, na Managing Director na Senior Staff blo BSP Bank, MIPLA meeting na MIPLA reaching one agreement that whilst we work through this emergency work plan, as an interim measure, Bank of Papua New Guinea will agree to maintain supply of foreign exchange.
On Thursday, July 27, BSP Financial Group issued a notice of intention to close all the Puma companies' operating bank accounts upon expiry of 90 days from the date of notice, which, if effected, would be the 8th of September 2023. In response to the action taken by BSP, the government has directed Minister Kua to instruct the Bank of Papua New Guinea to provide the authorized foreign exchange dealers. This includes BSP Bank for access to Puma companies' bank accounts to be maintained and a continuous access to the supply of foreign exchange within the period of the declaration of emergency to enable unhindered production and supply of fuel and other petroleum products until the completion of the investigation.
In exchange for that, Puma must refrain from stopping the supply, and it must allow uninterrupted supply of all fuel products, including aviation gas, to all our customers throughout Papua New Guinea.
Minister Kua said the Essential Services Act imposes very strong penalties against individuals and corporate persons should they fail or refuse to comply with directions issued under the emergency declaration.
I have powers to impose fines and penalties on those people who do not adhere to these directions. Firstly, if the person contravening my directions is a natural person, he will be liable to a fine of 100,000 kina or a term of imprisonment not exceeding 6 months. So if it is a natural person to which I am issuing this direction, whether he's a member, is an officer or director or executive within one of the organizations to which my directions will apply, he has an obligation to comply. The failure will lead to prosecution, arrest and prosecution, and a fine of up to 100,000 kina or a term of imprisonment not exceeding 6 months.
The following departments and statutory bodies' administrative heads will constitute the state parties in the roundtable talks to review the allegations. The declaration of emergency intends to achieve 2 objectives. The first being an interim measure to maintain fuel and petroleum product supply in PNG, and the second being the long-term objective to ensure that the country's energy demand, including fuel and petroleum product, is permanently stabilized.
And that's another edition of Scope. Thank you for your company. Good night.